A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
I still remember that day, when I left you without a word, to come here on this forgotten planet. I'm sorry that I left you that way. They say that one day, when they have learned everything, their spirits will come back to their home planet and will rejoin their bodies that are still waiting for them. I'm waiting for you, Laios. I know that we will meet again one day, one way or another.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? I've started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to the power and new features of Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the City of Dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet incredible characters and discover amazing stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 in 2025.
Supergiant Games started as just two people in the living room, and when we were working on our first game, Bastion, we had no reason to think we would get another shot. And we've been doing it for 15 years now.
Our shared history as a team really does benefit us in that specific way that we trust each other so implicitly. When we go to figure out what our next game is going to be, we think, what is the project configured around the people here that we can make? We don't just come up with an idea and then try and contort the team to that idea. It has to be something that feels natural, that we're excited to do and has just enough growth for each individual.
In Hades 2, you play as the Princess of the Dead on a quest to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time who's taken over the underworld and now threatens even Mount Olympus itself. There's so much new to explore, but of course, something we did feel was incredibly important was the briskness of the play experience. You could pick it up and start playing. You can just mash that button as you load the game and you're playing within seconds. That experience is really important to us.
We learned so much from developing the original game on Nintendo Switch, and we wanted to take those learnings forward to Nintendo Switch 2. And that meant for us being completely uncompromising when it comes to performance. We really, really, really want our games to perform at 60 frames per second. And with the extra power of the Nintendo Switch 2, we know that we can push some of the graphical features with the extra power.
Hades 2 is our first ever sequel. After more than 15 years, we decided to try one. And we approach sequels with a great deal of fear and respect.
You know, Greek mythology is so inspiring from a game design perspective. It's one of the things I do on our games is, you know, I balance and tune and help come up with a lot of the powers that you use and the weapons that you use on the games. They have every archetype you could possibly want in a video game in the whole pantheon. And we're so excited in Hades 2 that we're able to bring back all the Olympians and even add some that weren't in the original game.
What makes them so fascinating isn't necessarily that Zeus, you know, has lightning powers and Poseidon can summon tidal waves. It's that they have these very human characteristics despite being gods. Very fascinating, and I think, you know, it's no accident that it's remained resonant after all this time.
I definitely wanted to bring back some of the themes and some of the sonic elements across the games for sure. I didn't want to go fully new just because there is some stuff that's held over that I wanted to retain. You know, like I'm bringing back the Hades theme, the main theme of the game, the da-da-da-da, that thing is back in full swing in this game as well.
The key to the whole thing was this character of Hecate, as a matter of fact, who's the goddess of witchcraft. And Hecate is not a character who appears in the original Hades because we felt that her story was too vast and she was too significant of a character to be kind of relegated to a side character in our original game. She needed her own game.
And there is a tonal shift between Hades 1 and Hades 2. There's much more of a witchcraft focus, and the sort of witchy components of this game really called for some different musical elements and some different sonic palettes, I thought. Just a lot more magic involved.
Approaching this game with this character who is a magic user, and a powerful one at that, gave rise to so many new ideas for the gameplay, the encounters, the different systems you'll interact with, just everything about it. And it was really important to us for Hades 2 to be a fresh experience, even for someone who might have played hundreds of hours of the original game, because we feel that so much of what was special about the original Hades was that it could kind of keep surprising you time after time after time. There's always something new to discover around every corner.
For something to make its way into Hades 2, whether it's a weapon of power or anything like that, it needs to make sense on all levels. So from the story, from the gameplay aspect, from the art and audio design, it all has to work together. We could not make these games without the support of our fans, and we're really grateful for it.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames. How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk. Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Will flow for one, and one alone.
All right, so here's our first boss, Avarax. And you're going to see something that is going to be unique that we haven't really seen before.
Oh, no.
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
Oh.
But unlike normally a Metroid, normally defeating an enemy right there on spot, this one is actually fusing or combining with this enemy, powering it up.
That is interesting. I don't think we've seen before it's fusing with other beings.
So it's fascinating.
I think you got your work cut out for you here to me.
Yeah.
I know, no pressure, all the pressure.
Just grew a 4-pack.
All right, so I'm going to lock on a little bit here, just get my bearings. So what we're seeing here is there's going to be a couple of weak spots. Ow, I jumped way too slow there. No, I'm not going to let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points. There's going to be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw them at me, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Avarax can shield it with his arms, but
it goes in like a
can
box.
also put this kind of yellow shield over those areas as well, so you have to bide your time before you're able to shoot it.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never going to have all of those weak points exposed to this.
Oh, how am I missing? All right, I'm going to shoot these. You can dodge them, but it's better to shoot them just to get some health back. I'm going to absorb them.
Or even missile replenishment. That'll be handy. But as you can see, you have to get the angle right, because shooting missiles, you can see the deflect of the missiles going off.
There we go. There we go. Now it's going to open up the main weak spot here. I'm going to try to get as many shots off as I can. He's going to try to hunt me down with that. Oh, I thought I dodged.
Get him in the belly.
The other key technique there that Demetrius can use to dodge that attack is the strafing one, where if you're locked on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other laterally to avoid some of those attacks.
There we go.
Or you can get real up close. Yeah. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
No, it'll try to grab me, so I'm trying not to do that. All right, so pretty good shots here coming out. Oh, no, 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 no.
We can see the Avarax's health bar there at the top, too, so he's making some progress, but he's got a lot of
yeah, he's a pretty beefy boy.
Yeah, I got to be very careful here. Oh, really? You're going to block that when I was just about to shoot it? Are you serious, Avarax? Come on now. You just get to the side. No!
Oh, juked ya.
Oh, I'm getting too close. Nope, nope, he's trying to grab me. Yep.
That was close.
No,
he just wanted a hug.
No hugs for you. There you go. Well, I'm having a good lock on. Really putting up that shield a lot. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Get ready for it. Shot. That. Throw a